of milk. That's why you can help yourself. Eat Wonder Bread. You want to grow bigger and stronger, don't you?
Golly, sure.
Okay. A sandwich daily and 2 slices of Wonder Bread every meal give you 8 elements you need. As much muscle-building protein as roast beef, as much calcium for bones and teeth as cottage cheese, as much phosphorus for cell metabolism as this egg, as much iron for red blood as 3 lamb chops, as much vitamin B1 for appetite as fried liver, as much vitamin B2 for growth as this much cheese, as much niacin for mental health as 6 sardines, as much energy as 2 glasses of milk. That's why you can help yourself grow bigger and stronger 8 ways with Wonder Bread. I mean grow bigger and stronger 8 ways.
So be sure to eat Wonder Bread.
Get Wonder Bread fresh at your grocer's today.
Let me tell you about an ice cream can't be beat.
The very best tasting you can eat.
It's Meadow, 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 Meadow Smooth Freeze Meadow Gold. So cool and smooth, it tastes delight.
Sweet fresh cream in every bite.
Meadow, 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 meadow.
Smooth Freeze Meadow Gold. Say, you love Meadow Gold ice cream. For the Meadow Gold folks put in everything good. Luscious tropical fruits from palm green Pacific Islands, crisp toasty nuts from the sunny slopes of Brazil, and the fullest measure of pure country cream, all smooth frozen into the most exciting array of flavors you can imagine. Then go to your ice cream man today, and here's the word that you should say. Oh, give me Meadow, Meadow, Meadow Smooth Freeze Meadow Gold. And remember, folks, Meadow Gold
Is mighty good.
This month's Meadow Gold special, Emerald Mint ice cream. Ask for some today.
My name is Sandy Maxwell. My recitation is entitled Why I Like 5 Flavor Lifesavers. 5 flavor lifesavers come in 5 flavors. The yellow ones are lemon, the green ones are lime, the red ones are cherry, the orange ones are orange. There's also pineapple, which is yellow like lemon. It may surprise you if you're all set to taste pineapple and get lemon. 5 flavor lifesavers are called the candy with the holes. I like to look through them. They're especially good if you have only 5 cents. People should buy 5 flavor lifesavers. I asked my mommy to buy them at the supermarket. She said they slip through the basket. I told her to buy a box, and that wouldn't happen. It didn't. The box is almost empty, but Daddy likes them too. The end.
For double enjoyment, reach for Beech-Nut Peppermint Gum. It sparkles your smile, your breath, your whole sense of enjoyment. Beech-Nut Peppermint in the familiar yellow pack.
It's chilly outdoors, but inside. For generations, frosty mornings have seemed warmer with stacks of
Aunt Jemima buckwheats.
Right. Aunt Jemima buckwheats, deep golden brown with a tantalizing buckwheat tang. It's the same today. Men still need a hearty, nourishing breakfast.
And men love Aunt Jemima buckwheats.
No buckwheats can equal that famous Aunt Jemima flavor.
And they're so easy, easy, easy.
Just pour out Aunt Jemima buckwheat mix from the yellow box. Then add milk. Serve with crisp brown pork sausage or with ham or bacon. Lots of lucky men can have Aunt Jemima buckwheats tomorrow if they only ask for them.
Men, ask for Aunt Jemima buckwheat pancakes. My, they're good.
This portion of our show brought to you by Jell-O Instant Pudding. That quick, good, busy day dessert. Now back.
My land, how they can go. Busy day, busy day. Busy, busy, busy day. Off to the station, off to shop. Busy, busy, never stop. Mop the floor, iron the clothes. Here, dear, blow your nose. Busy day, tick-tock. Busy day, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, dinner time. Thank goodness for Jell-O Instant Pudding.
Yes, thank goodness for Jell-O Instant Pudding. The terrific busy day dessert you can make at the very last minute. See how quick and easy. Just add it to cold milk and beat it up. That's all. By the time you're ready to eat it, it's all ready for you. Jell-O Instant Pudding, made by the famous Jell-O folks. So creamy, so nourishing, so delicious. No other instant pudding is quite the same. Stock your shelves with all 7 flavors. the good busy day dessert, Jell-O Instant Pudding.
Do you know why delicious hot Quaker Oats is so good for so many families? Quaker Oats is rich in protein. A breakfast of delicious Quaker Oats with milk and sugar for a family of 4 provides as much total protein as 6 average eggs, as much total protein as 18 pieces of toast, and almost as much total protein as 18 strips of bacon. That's why your family gets that wonderful stick-to-the-ribs feeling with Quaker Oats, that wonderful feeling of well-being.
And what hot breakfast is as easy and fast to prepare as Quaker Oats? Just pour it into boiling salted water, and you have creamy, smooth, delicious oatmeal with only 1 minute of actual cooking. And here's a tip. Before and after serving Quaker Oats, keep the pan tightly covered, and it rinses clean instantly. No scouring, no bother.
So be sure your whole family gets the protein they need with a delicious hot breakfast of high-protein Quaker Oats or Mother's Oats, the same high-protein oatmeal.
I'm Flora the Florida orange, and I'm loaded with vitamin C. There's more health in a Florida orange. That's why everybody needs a lot of little. Oh, me. There's more juice in a Florida orange. Each day drink at least this much or more from the sweet, luscious Florida orange. Buy 'em now at your favorite store.
Right. There's a reason for squeezing fresh Florida oranges. Sweeter and more delicious. They give you extra juice, extra flavor, more for your money. And they're extra rich in vitamin C. That's why fresh Florida orange juice is better for them anytime they're thirsty. And nothing else tastes as good as the pure, delicious juice of fresh Florida oranges. By the bag or by the dozen, they're today's best fruit buy.
Buy 'em now at your favorite store. I'll be vitamin C in you.
Daddy! Gee, Mom was counting on that Jell-O cake for Johnny's Scout meeting tomorrow. Okay, Daddy. It's so easy to make a cake with Betty Crocker cake mix. I'll make her another one. White cake, devil's food, yellow cake.
It's a good thing her mom's modern. I'm Betty Crocker. With my yellow cake mix, all you do is add water and a couple of fresh eggs. The other ingredients are in the package. Same fine things you'd use right in your own home. You'll get a perfect cake just like this, or write General Mills, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they'll send your money back. A high cake, a light cake, a better tasting cake.
And don't think it isn't. That's why Betty Crocker herself says,
I guarantee a perfect cake every time you bake, cake after cake after cake.
Great Uncle Albert loved good food, and those piping hot muffins Aunt Sarah served really made the meal. And now, to make your meal extra special, here are my new quick and easy muffin mixes. Your choice of 4 different flavors: golden fluffy corn, delicious date, hearty raisin bran, tangy orange. All so quick and easy to make, so homey good. Try tempting hot raisin bran for breakfast, hot orange or date for lunch or tea, or steaming hot corn muffins for dinner. All piping hot, light, moist, tender muffins, the melt-in-your-mouth kind. Now, made in a twinkling with our Betty Crocker muffin mixes. Remember the 4 flavors: corn, date, orange, raisin bran. Enjoy hot muffins at your house. Make them this modern way with new Betty Crocker muffin mixes.
Better buy Bird's Eye. Better buy Bird's Eye.
Yes, always look for this Bird's Eye Bird, your guarantee of top-quality frozen food. And your big Bird's Eye buy this week is Bird's Eye Orange Juice. Easy, you can serve it in a minute. Thrifty, it will save you money. Orchard fresh and delicious.
Better buy Bird's Eye. Better buy Bird's Eye.
Now, if you know your oats and want to feel your oats and taste how good an oat cereal can be, well, you'll go for Cheerios. Great way to start the day with really great eating. That's Cheerios. one of the few foods made from oats. The tasty cereal grain everyone should have at breakfast. Crisp and golden, as only a toasted oat cereal can be. And nourishing? Why, a Cheerios breakfast gives you the power protein that grown-ups need to help stay in trim and youngsters need to grow on. Toasted oat goodness, toasted oat flavor, a delicious power breakfast. That's Cheerios.
If you know your oats and want to feel your oats and want to taste how good an oat cereal can be, you go for Cheerios.
Get on the Kellogg's All-Bran wagon with the best bran in the land. The cereal that tastes grand, the cereal that's all brand, a breakfast treat that can't be beat. Be a regular guy and climb aboard the All-Bran wagon. Eat Kellogg's All-Bran.
All right, here you are, FU Theater. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm being joined by Bob. How's it going, Bob?
Hello. It's an auspicious day.
Mic is working. All right, we're just getting started. Let's put some music on. What's the song that you wanted to listen to, Bob?
Flight of the Bumblebees or Nothing. Flights of the Bumblebees or Bust.
Oh, all right, let me see.
I can't hear you at all.
Okay, my mic is running, so I don't know how you can't hear me, Bob. Let me see. All right, let's see. Okay, Bob is saying she can't hear me. I see my audio form. My audio is showing up, so I don't know how you don't hear me.
Plugged in? Is my mic plugged? Is my headphones plugged in?
All right, so Bob's mic is not plugged in. You didn't hear any of the stuff I was just doing?
Well, I heard it because I'm sitting next to you.
Okay, well, your mic is plugged in, I think.
By mic, you
This
mean
isn't
headphones?
Great. Yes, your headphones are plugged in. All right, so we're going to have to check the audio. Can you please turn on the stream so that I know my audio is working?
I have the stream on.
You have your phone?
Yes. Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, so you can hear me. My audio is showing up. All right, so Bob was tricking me into thinking my mic wasn't working. All right, so Flight of the Bumblebee, right?
Flight of the Bumblebees or Bust.
Okay. We wanted to do this kind of smoothly. That kind of messed me up a little bit. Okay, we're going to be watching... What are we watching, Bob?
We're watching The Attack of the Crab Monsters, the 1957 Roger Corman classic, which has a 70% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh, is that a good thing? Is that a good
I think that's a good thing. I think that's how it works on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
Yeah, it's apparently like a minor cult classic. It's having its moment. And there's some really zinger lines in there. So, yeah, I'm excited about this.
Right.
I don't think either you haven't seen it either, right?
I've seen little bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, we've seen pieces of it, but we've never seen the whole thing.
No, I haven't. I've seen just little bits of it getting ready for this show. You got any information about it, Bob?
Yeah, it was independently produced, released through Allied Artist Films, and it was made on a budget of like 70 grand. But had a box office return of like $1 million, which in 1957 for one of these teenager drive-in genre films is really, really good.
That seems kind of expensive, doesn't it, for like a movie of that time period?
I can't hear you. Yeah, for that time period, I mean, it was, I don't know. I guess most of the money went to the location and the building of the crab monsters. Apparently, in the film, you will see some gaffes where you see, like the apparatus used to roll the crabs around and whatnot. And apparently, like, the crabs get really exciting towards the end. So, yeah, I think that a lot of their budget had to do with, number one, the location, and then number two, the fact that there are so many physical effects.
All right, so we're going to be watching the trailer for that. Hopefully you can hear me because Bob is saying you can't. But I'm going to have to go and check that out in a few minutes to see if you can actually hear me. Here we go. Attack of the Crab Monsters. The trailer.
I think it's a missed opportunity that he didn't release this with Flight of the Bumblebees playing in the background.
Well, it is in the background. I'm trying to turn it off.
Right, but I think Roger Corman should have released it with Flight of the Bumblebees.
He should have,
On an
right?
isolated Pacific island, the Navy lands a party of daring scientists to solve the mysterious disappearance of an entire atomic research team. Strange horror strikes first at the plane that brought them. And then, earth-shattering tremors begin tearing the island to shreds.
Okay, Professor. How are the crabs blowing up the island?
I am not sure. But imagine they are able to send out arcs of heat. They are packed with it.
They can melt and fuse parts of the caverns, explode the materials contained, and bring about the slides.
There used to be ridges there for maybe 2 miles.
Now there is less than half a city block. Soon we will have nowhere to run.
You gotta love that classic dun 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 foreshadowing music.
Skin divers brave undersea perils that stagger the
I'm going to be
imagination.
testing this out after this part is done. I'm going to turn the movie on and I'm going to test my microphone out because I'm a bit concerned now that no one can hear me.
I'm sure this show's right. It's mine.
Nor searing fire and flame, nor tons of crushing rocks, as mankind faces its last desperate chance.
That sounds very dramatic. Mankind's last desperate chance.
Kind of a cliche, isn't it? It's always... But it's still fun. All right, so that looks interesting. This looks like this might be a winner.
I mean, it's been our placeholder for this show for like months while you built all of these really cool effects. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's exciting to watch it, but it also feels a little sad because we won't have that crab monsters.
I mean, you know how many crab monsters movies they probably made back
I'm
then?
sure many.
There's so many. I
But
bet.
this one will hold a special place in our hearts.
Yeah. Hopefully the audio's good.
Let's not fixate. Remember, we've got
fixating.
crab monsters to attend to here.
We are, and as soon as I turn on the movie, I'm going to go and check my microphone, and I'll be right back, and Bob will be here to talk to everybody. But before I go away and put the crabs on, because I got crabs, we all have crabs right now.
It's good to end the day with crabs.
Yes. Subscribe to FUTV. It's where you find crab monsters and other programming.
This is just one aspect of FUTV.
Yes. It's not all about crabs.
But maybe it should be. Maybe we should just incorporate crabs into everything we do from now on.
I think we should.
Like find the hidden crab. It could be a fun game.
Yeah.
Like we will sneak a small crab onto all the things. And if you find it, you get an FUTV branded poncho.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're gonna start giving those out. I'm not even kidding. Someone's gonna get those FUTV branded ponchos. Just give me a second. I'm checking my audio levels.
How dare you? I will not give you any seconds.
All right. So, you ready? You ready for some crabs?
Are you ready is the question.
I'm ready for crabs.
Dun, dun. So these, the lead actors are actually all kind of interesting. And one of them is going to look very familiar to our fans of vintage sitcoms. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but keep your eyes peeled. Someone's going to look quite familiar. Fu found it first and kept insisting it was this person, this very well-known character from a very well-known sitcom, and I didn't believe him until I Googled it, and he was right.
And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and the creeping thing and the fowls of the air. For it repenteth me that I have made them.
All right. So this is a colorized version of the film. The film was actually originally released in black and white. This colorization was done really badly, but that kind of adds to it a little bit. Everybody looks like a zombie.
Lack of abiding life, huh?
Yeah, I felt the same when I came here before to rescue your first one. I not only knew that they were gone, but that they were lost completely and forever, body and soul.
Please, Lieutenant. Some of those men were our friends from the same institute.
I'm sorry, Miss Honey.
I'm not so sure you are right, Monsieur Quinlan. Maybe their bodies are gone. But who can tell of their souls, eh?
Nothing like jumping right in with absolutely no context.
McLean! Hello! Hello! McLean!
How very Dracula. McLean exploded into 1,000 seagulls and flew away.
You can't see it from the shore. It's back in the hills, at the head of that gorge, just hidden in the cliff.
How fitting.
Might as well have a look at it. Well, they're coming in with the second load of supplies from the plane. Now let it set right up.
Hold your headway! You can approach! Hey, sit down in there! Well, get him up! I say he's on the bottom!
Uh-oh.
What's the ball up there? Help us.
Cover.
That definitely looked like a real human body and not a box with mannequin arms. Definitely a human body.
You know, I wish they'd get back. I don't like being out here all alone with old Tate's rigor mortis.
Sam, how did a nervous guy like you ever get involved in demolitions work?
Nervous? What do you mean nervous? I'm not nervous. It's a little high-strung, that's all.
Come on, help me get these pineapples inside.
You know,
All right,
I don't know
that
how we're
was
going to
going
use
on
these
my
around
mic.
here
I have no idea
anyway.
what's going on with it.
Let's just to practice pitching with those
Try to
babies
fix
out
it.
there.
Hopefully, it isn't too terrible. You guys tossing around a grenade like it's like a little handball in his hand.
After talking about how he's just a little bit anxious. He's a little high strung. I don't think I want that guy handling grenades. It's just me, maybe? I don't know.
We're going to take him back to Eniwetok for burial.
I hope that man's death is not an omen of things to come.
Frankly, Doctor, I wouldn't care to stay.
An omen of things to come. I think that's in like every single sci-fi and horror flick, like ever.
It's like the worst accent ever.
It is.
German accent ever.
Something in the air is wrong. Can you tell me what it is,
The
Lieutenant?
dialogue man.
The
I
beans.
don't know, sir. Maybe it's because there's
I
no
think it's the
sound.
beans I ate.
No animal noises of any kind.
He looks like Christopher Walken a little bit.
Oh, so this is the cocaine that I got.
It's not cocaine. It's contraband imitation crab meat.
Well, looks like we got the dynamite by mistake. I'll cart it back down to the beach.
It cost a man his head already.
Excuse me, Doctor.
That's quite all right.
Call me
Just call me Marty.
Susan.
Okay, Marty.
Oh, I'm going to call you Mark, huh?
You know, the Navy boys really fixed this place up. I'm almost going to enjoy being here.
Yeah, you'd never think it was a
He
complete
looks like
wreck a few months ago.
one of the singers from the
Take
B-52.
a look at my bag.
He does a bit.
Oh, that was a little bit.
Yeah, I'll be talking in a few minutes.
That is an incredibly flamboyant Frenchman.
Lieutenant, I don't want to annoy you again, but nothing was left? Not a hair, nor fingernail clipping? Only McLean's
Be right back.
Well, that's all, Doctor. That they are dead.
This is not an airport. You do not need to announce your departures.
No.
They thinks they were all at sea in their small boat when the typhoon. Lost with all hands is an old story.
Yes, but
This is one of those movies where it feels like the plot is moving like way too fast. I think that, you know, it's that issue where it feels like they expect you to know a lot about the backstory, or I guess infer a lot about the backstory, but really you're just left with a plot that feels like it's on fast forward all the time. I love that every time the camera shakes, the colorization slips. Oh no. Leave it alone.
everybody okay? Yeah, it looks that way.
You okay, Mac?
Yeah, nothing that getting off this old pile won't cure.
That's almost always the sure sign that somebody's not going to be long for this world.
1 month, no more. We'll watch you from the cliff.
Fringlish? Smart.
Did you hear those sounds just before the quake? What sounds, mon ami? The deeper booming, rumbling? No, I'm afraid not. Dr. Carson means the explosion. We should get up to the cliffs.
All right, so my microphone isn't working, so me and Bob are sharing the same mic.
Scientist.
Mm-hmm.
Need a demo team like us in the sunk
All right, so sorry about the audio.
I'm a technician and a handyman.
So you still don't know
Hopefully, you guys can hear me now.
Well,
All
you
right.
remember that first big H-bomb test? The one that blew Ujulap Island right out of the ocean?
Who forgets that?
A tremendous amount of the radioactive fallout came this way.
Uh-oh. Anti-nuclear propaganda.
This area, blanketing the island with hot ashes
Does
and
this
radioactive
mean
seawater.
giant
Dr. Weigand
crabs
group
are
is here to study
forthcoming?
fallout effects at their worst.
Hopefully.
Dr. James Carson is a geologist. He'll try to learn what's happening to the soil. The botanist, Jules Devereaux, will examine all the plant life for radiation poisoning. Martha Hunter and Dale Brewer are biologists. He works on land animalism while she takes care of the seafood. Dr. Carl Weigand is a nuclear physicist. He'll collect their findings and relate them to the present theories on the effects of too much radiation.
We blow up mountains for the geologist Carson. But this
We
is the
have an
second bunch of brains to come
inconsistent
out here. What happened to
narrator.
the first?
They were here, and a storm hit, and they were gone. That's all anybody knows.
Doesn't anybody wonder?
Everybody wonders. They just don't like to talk about it. Come on, we'll miss the takeoff.
Yeah, you don't want to miss the takeoff.
I don't know. Maybe you want to miss the takeoff.
Oh no, I left my wallet in there.
I think his credit cards were all canceled anyway.
He blew it. You blew it!
There's something.
It's a commercial station. Probably Manila or Samoa. It's all from beyond the area of disturbance.
Okay, so they're off the coast of California, if they're talking about Samoa.
All those men. Kid.
No, nice. Nice.
We can't even send word through this storm.
The Navy will send a search plane, honey.
Look at that collar. She still maintains her stylishness even when she's trapped on an island.
Rather than risk the storm. I know Weetalk's probably getting as much static
Yeah,
as we
all
are.
the guys look wilted, and she looks like fresh as a daisy.
Look at that collar.
So why don't we let Hank
Who is she, Dracula?
begin our own work? We have to go over McLean's journal sooner or later, so it might as well be
I mean,
now.
McLean did explode into 1,000 seagulls. Perhaps she is the daughter of Dracula.
Thursday, March 11th. Today, Dr. Vendia's culture failed to produce any sign of bacteria, though left for 5 days in the open. Friday, March 12th. This afternoon,
Does this guy ever take his glasses off? It's nighttime.
He has no eyeballs.
That of the common earthworm, but measured 24 inches by 8. With this section as a measure, the worm-like creature would be more than 5 feet in length. Most intriguing is the tissue's consistency.
Look at that arm hair.
Look at those arms. That's what I was going to say. You think they glued the hair on his arms just so he'd look a little more manly?
My goodness gracious.
Result, the journal ends there.
Oh man, he does have eyeballs.
Maybe this. Oh man, they waited. They're shocked because he pulled his glasses off. It's not because of what he said.
Well, it's getting very late. Why don't we work out tomorrow's schedule and then get some sleep?
What about that 5-foot night crawler?
Why is she smiling? What the heck?
Well, excuse me for being so stupid. Me and that book you're reading.
We weren't laughing at you, Hank. It's just that McLean didn't really mean to imply that the flesh was from a big worm. He said from a worm-like creature.
You know, it might have been a sea worm. They've been known to grow much longer than 5 feet.
Well, excuse me for shooting my mouth off, but the journal didn't say anything about the sea.
There's tension and we have no idea why. I mean, they're in a house on a rock face. I would be really concerned if it was trembling and juddering around like that.
What? What's going on?
He's putting his little meesy mices to sleep.
Nothing in my experience leads me towards McLean's worm theory. Nothing.
You would know better than I. But why, I ask, did the writer stop in the middle?
I feel like I'm just meeting him for the first time now that his glasses are off.
I'm sure he would have finished.
He's got incredibly emotive eyebrows. He needs to save them for special occasions. They faked us out.
Just the wind.
Since when does the wind crackle like corn?
I think that might be something in the film itself. Like, I don't think that's the soundtrack.
I don't know. They walked out. You hear crackling. It sounds like corn. He's like, just the wind.
And then they show like the tiniest little vine wiggling around.
It sounded like a bunch of twigs getting broken. That or corn. Wow, they got fish in that swimming pool.
Excuse me, that's clearly the Pacific Ocean.
I mean, it could be. It's some really blue water, isn't it? Maybe because of the colorization.
Yeah, it was colorized. What's kind of crazy is when you think about it, dive tech hasn't actually advanced all that significantly much. Whee! Sea flap flap. Sea flap flap go wee! Wee!
That fish looked really happy. It was almost smiling. See, that's got to be a fish tank.
It is, because you saw the reflection.
Yeah, I saw a reflection, yeah. At least they're actually swimming. Nowadays, they would have done this all with, like, green screen.
Yep.
You wouldn't have even seen bubbles. They would have been, like, CGI bubbles.
The sea flap flaps on patrol. It would be interesting to know where they shot these scenes. It was probably at the, like, San Diego Zoo or something, or a big aquarium. Because this level of underwater hardscape, that's really expensive to do. I don't think that they would have done it and put all these fish in just like a regular swimming tank on a sound lot somewhere.
This is a long swimming scene. Are we going to see crabs or what?
They probably paid a lot of money for it, so they're getting their money's worth.
It's just a swimming pool and some scuba gear. They probably just rented that for like a few bucks.
It also lets you see the leading lady almost naked.
Yeah, she's wearing some tight clothing.
I mean, she's swimming. What's she supposed to be wearing? A blanket?
She should dress like MC Hammer. That made her look like a jellyfish. She can avoid certain animals. Because, you know, they sting, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What animals eat jellyfish?
Seals. And certain whales. And probably other jellyfish.
Yeah, that man's got a very hairy chest.
And very hairy everything. Very hairy arms. No, he doesn't have... Oh, maybe... Yeah, look at his legs. Jesus.
Those arms.
You know that now they would have waxed him.
Yeah. It's like,
smooth as a seal.
He looks like a prime Burt Reynolds.
Uh-oh.
Foreshadowing.
The pinchy pinchies.
It's a crab. They filmed that crab for a little too long, I think. It's like, we get it, man.
Just a big black shape moving through the coat. Land crabs and seagulls. Everything else is dead.
Hey, guys.
What's the matter, Carson? Come up the path. We'll meet you.
Well, what?
We'll meet you.
Oh, all right.
Oh, hold it. That Rachel drop right off.
Off what? Come, see for yourself.
And so what is it that they did in that water?
They collected kelp.
For what?
Because they have to check the radiation levels.
Oh, sorry. I walked out of the room for a minute because I was trying to check my mic, which is still broken, but it's fine. Sorry about that. We'll get it good. This is our first episode. This is our first episode. We'll get it down the next time.
Nothing but land crabs.
I want to go down there.
No.
Why not?
You are a geologist. You know that a second disturbance would cause a cave-in that would crush anybody down in the pit.
Is with the glasses again. I was just getting to know him.
He has to save the expressive eyebrows. He can't just flash them all the time. They'll lose their power.
You gotta talk directly towards us. It picks it up. Picks it up this way. You have to point it that way.
So as to keep any of us from falling in the middle of the night. Come on, honey, let's go back to the house.
I don't know. I'm kind of uncomfortable looking at that guy's hairy chest. It looks like a rug.
He's got a hairy everything. It's kind of amazing.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
He's like a sheep.
Oh, all right.
Why does this guy sound like he's from Long Island? Martha Hunter, awake. He's gonna be wearing Timberlands and having like a chopped cheese and a black coffee from the bodega.
Okay. Martha.
Martha, come to me. I love that it's so urgent. She got fully dressed in a completely new outfit. She's
wearing a turtleneck now?
She put on a whole outfit. She didn't just put on a robe and go out the door. No.
All right.
She coiffed her hair, reapplied her lipstick, got on a whole new outfit.
All right. I just paused the video for a second. We're going to be getting a message from Cary Grant.
Is Cary Grant?
All right. So, Cary, what do you think of the show so far? I'm sorry about the audio stuff, but we'll get it fixed for the next one. So what do you think so far? All right. I don't know if that's a positive look on his face. What do you think, Bob?
I think he's concerned. I think he's concerned and confused and intrigued by that gentleman in the sunglasses.
All right. So you do like the show, Cary? Okay. All right. So we got an advertisement here from a cigarette brand. We got to pay the bills here. We got to pay the bills. But remember, subscribe to FUTV, and we love you.
And maybe you'll get a poncho out of it. Everybody needs ponchos.
And maybe my mic will be perfect next time. It will. Don't worry. All right. Here's the ad.
You know, if you were to follow a busy doctor as he makes his daily round of calls, you'd find yourself having a mighty busy time keeping up with him. Time out for many men of medicine usually means just long enough to enjoy a cigarette. And because they know what a pleasure it is to smoke a mild, good-tasting cigarette, they're particular about the brand they choose. In a repeated national survey, doctors in all branches of medicine, doctors in all parts of the country were asked, "What cigarette do you smoke, doctor?" Once again, the brand named most was Camel. Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Why not change to Camels for the next 30 days and see what a difference it makes in your smoking enjoyment? See how Camels agree with your throat. See how mild and good tasting a cigarette can be.
All right. So trust the science, huh? What do you think of that, Bob?
See how mild and good tasting a cigarette can be. All doctors know.
What do doctors know, Bob?
Mild and good tasting cigarettes. They're part of everybody's leisurely day.
It's like a healthy, balanced diet. Hashtag trust the science. All right, let's go back to the movie.
I love that they always put like a serious looking professional, a very pretty lady, elegant outfits with like cigarettes or cars. Weird.
It is. Sounds really annoying, doesn't he?
He also doesn't really sound terribly urgent. Sounds like he's telling her he made some coffee.
Martha.
He called me as plain as day.
Strange, because I only heard him call my name.
How could the Navy...
That's strange. He only talks to me like that.
He is a survivor.
What does that mean? You heard him as well as I?
Someone could have been imitating his voice.
Who would do that?
I don't know, but I do know that McLean's dead.
Maybe.
Oh!
I'm going to...
She looks a little like Boris Karloff.
She does. Those eyebrows are pretty intense.
Yeah, they should have gone with a lighter color. But since it's in black and white, I think that they were doing that just to make sure they showed up properly.
He's afraid of cave-ins. I'm not. Keep the sawmill out of sight.
Jim, you don't know what's down there.
You don't know how to climb.
Bear in mind, this scene is occurring at nighttime.
I learned how to climb. Watch me do it now. You see? I can climb. You fool! Oh, what's happening?
You know, the universe really thought we needed a close-up of his butt.
We are getting technical difficulties here.
Do 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 do. Uh-oh.
You're shaking the screen. That means there's something bad is going to happen.
It's something so bad that the video had to take a pause.
All right. Well, next time I'll be recording or downloading the file and then putting it on. But while we're waiting for me to fix this, we have a message from Boris Karloff, or not actually, if Bela Lugosi.
But isn't Bela Lugosi dead?
People, all going somewhere, all with their own thoughts, their own ideas, all with their own personalities. One is wrong because he does right. And one is right because he does wrong. Pull the string. Dance to that. Which one is created for?
All right, I think that was probably profound to someone, right?
That went somewhere. I don't know where it went, but it was going places.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna fix my small screen right now, real quick. Talk, please.
So, what do you think about this movie so far?
It's interesting. I wish I've been like trying to fix some technical things here, so I'm missing a little bit of it. But I'm gonna be putting it on in a second.
I think it's fun. This genre was supposedly intended for the drive-in movie market, so light on plot, heavy on action, and preferably things to make the young lady that you took to the drive-in jump into your arms in terror. But it's funny. The Roger Corman films, people have tried to remake them over time, and usually he was on board with it prior to his death. But somebody approached him to remake this film, and he had such a high regard for the original that he made that he didn't allow them to remake it. Like, they had a script and everything.
Why did he scream like a girl?
Butt shot. He like falls down a mountain and she just falls over, but she's unconscious.
Yeah, she like passed out and then he falls to a death, I guess, and he screams like a girl. You heard that? You went, "Ah!" Oh.
He went into the pit. I saw the rope go slack.
He must have fallen during the quake. I warned him.
I warned him.
No, I warned him.
Wait, he had his glasses on, then he didn't have them on. What was that? You saw it?
He needed the dramatic eyebrows.
Are you alive? No! Imagine he screams. All right, so you see him. He's wearing glasses. Now he's not wearing glasses.
We are coming for you. Don't try to move. No, Jules, but we must go down to him. Not this way. The rope may be too short.
Then how? Through the caves.
The great caves to the sea. But how do you know the caves connect with the pit? Gentlemen, for reasons I have guessed, Dr. Carson also, these caves must join the pit. because the pit was created from below, not from the surface.
Dale, take Martha back to the house. The rest of us will look for Dr. Carson.
I hate that the chicks in these movies are always completely worthless. Like, she literally just fell over of her own accord and now needs to be throttled back like an overtired toddler.
Let's get back to the house and get some coffee.
Our friend fell to his death. Let's go have some coffee. It wasn't a girl, it was a guy. At least the movie acknowledges that guy screamed like a girl. Get out of here, get to the chopper.
And he knows this how?
That is Dr. Weigan's small secret. Let us catch him and find out.
Uh-oh. Now he's no longer French, but he also has a German accent.
Doctor, why did you try to stop me from throwing that rock? I just don't like to kill anything, even such ugly creatures as these.
Poor helpless things.
Helpless nothing. I see a bunch of them start on a wounded Marine. They finish him off in 5 minutes.
So more reason to get Jim out of that pit.
Yes, all the more reason.
Sea caves are actually incredibly dangerous.
On the sides of the hills.
Well, it didn't say much, except that it always happened at night.
She was right in here. There it is again.
Another quake.
Alright, I'm testing
No,
my
the other
microphone out again.
I heard it at the pit.
Hopefully this works. It isn't destroying all the other ones. Me and Bob have been sharing the microphone for the last 20 minutes. Alright, so I'm running a little test here while we're doing the show. So what do you think of the movie so far, Bob?
I think it's fun. It's a little ridiculous, but it's fun.
That's the great part about these movies. They're not supposed to be serious. I'll be right back.
More popcorn.
Dear, what can it be?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out and I'll stay
I don't
here.
know.
Don't go in
But I'm
there.
gonna fight it.
That was the most bitch-ass attempt to stop him from going in there. Well, that escalated. I like that he just kind of calmly left the room. He's like, yep. Giant monster pincher thing. It's alright.
It's coming from the pit. Carson, we are near you. Come quickly. He's still alive. So let's get him out of here. We will get him out. But we must move with caution. Why?
I guess he's decided the giant pincer monster can have that part of the house.
Do not go to him. Why not, Doctor? Blood? Where could he track himself? We will not find him tonight. We had better return in the morning when there's more light.
I don't like the idea of leaving him here all night with a busted leg.
Nor do I. Up the rope, quickly.
We might as well go back through the cave.
No, up the rope.
Dr. Weigan, you are a great nuclear physicist, while I am a simple provincial botanist.
But there are things I do not understand. There are many things that I do not understand also, Jules. You had better climb.
I am also on the team of things that are not understood. I feel like there's a lot of exposition totally
Our
absent.
tent's just outside the cave. We don't have to go up the rope.
Up the rope.
I was afraid of.
Hey, Outlaw.
It stopped.
Whatever it was must have damaged the wiring. Light one
You
of the kerosene
think?
lamps, will you, honey?
So if that giant pincer could come through the wall, right, and was as big as he was, why didn't it keep going through that tiny little door? Yeah, Outlaw, it's from 1957.
Here's your motive.
Food.
But not much considering the size of the thing that did all of this. Guess there's no point waiting for the rest to get back. The storm should have let up enough for me to get through to the Navy now. Come on, honey.
Oh, Dale.
Whatever it was that did this deliberately destroyed the radio. It had to be deliberate. Every piece of wiring has been ripped out and chopped to bits. Look, every tube has been sliced neatly in half.
Yeah, it gets pretty trippy. I was reading the synopsis of the plot, and it gets wilder from here.
Well, all I can say is, why wasn't I invited to the party? Not funny, eh? Well, that's as it should be.
Bear in mind, one of their colleagues is currently missing in a pit.
I'll need a whole new outfit from the bottom up. You have parts? Enough to build a new one?
I don't know. Why do you suppose it didn't come through the door and get us, Carl?
I don't know. I can only guess. It would take considerable power to keep the intruder behind this door. There is power in the lighting in the living room.
You mean it's afraid of electricity?
I think so. Have you any other ideas?
Once upon a time, there was a mountain.
Oh, God.
Yesterday, when we came to this island, there was a mountain out there. Today, there's no mountain.
I'm not surprised.
I am.
Not surprised at anything, are you, Doctor? I suppose you can tell us what tore up this room last night.
No, I cannot tell you that.
Everybody is so cryptic.
Everything that has happened from the death of the first sailor to the destruction of our radio must be somehow related. They are too far from the normal scheme of things to be separate accidents.
Unfortunately, they were on such a bender they forgot to include all the exposition we need to understand what's happening.
Yes, that is why I insisted on caution entering the caves. We are unquestionably on the brink of a great discovery. It is not likely that that discovery will be of a pleasant nature. That is the sum of my knowledge. If you need more, I suggest you ask Dr. McLean when next his voice calls in the night. Now, let us again seek Dr. Carson.
I love that his accent went from German to like vaguely Austro-French to now it's almost Scottish. I guess he forgot where he's supposed to be from.
I don't understand this. We've covered every exit from the base of the pit. Wounded as he was, he couldn't have crawled this far. And yet still no sign of him.
No will be, eh, Carl?
What?
It's like the greatest scream ever. Why did they have such great screams in this movie?
How is it that, like, small, perfectly round rocks neatly severed his hand from his body?
He all right?
How did you know we were in here?
We didn't. We were on the other side of the island.
Well, what used to be the other side of the island? Most of us fall into the drink already.
So we run in here when we heard you call.
Call? We didn't call you.
Yes, it's spontaneous crab-induced accent change.
So he is still alive.
If we do not move fast, Jules will not be alive. Come, give us a hand.
Give us a hand. That was good. I don't think they did that on purpose.
This will help you sleep, Jules.
Thank you, Martha. I could use some sleep. Messieurs et mesdames, je voudrais présenter pour votre inspection la seule fleur unique au monde.
That was so random. That's not at all how sedatives work. Man, that's cold. He didn't even get a close-up zoom in on his big, like, injury scene.
And I'll take 1. Pitch a 10.
I feel like these are unintentional zingers, and I'm 100% here for this.
If you're not careful, you'll raise us both 10 feet.
What's the matter, nervous?
What do you mean, nervous?
Okay, what do you got?
3 queens.
It looks like a demon.
Well, big deal, so you finally won a hand. I'm still 106 of dynamite and 1 wild explosion ahead of you. What's that?
Sounds like a kid dragging a stick across a picket fence.
That's extremely specific.
Out here.
Professor Devereaux.
There go the explosives, guys.
Professor Devereaux.
Who is there?
Seaman Ron Phillips. And Sam Summers. We found Dr. Carson.
Yeah, she's really pretty. But in the film, they make her, like, completely worthless. And she's actually probably going to get a bunch of people killed. Because she is dumber than a sack of rocks.
Very quiet. Will you come?
All the rocks in here are pretty loud.
Come down the path.
Why does everything sound like twigs?
No, they keep citing all of these, like, oh, it sounds like twigs. It sounds like a picket fence. Like, what? What? It sounds like popcorn.
It's like, you know, Foley, the art of, like, creating sounds for films. They're using all the wrong stuff.
I think they only had about 15 cents left over in the budget, and they were like, here's a bag of Jiffy Pop. Do your best. I love that his bandage was applied so poorly, it's like flapping in the wind. Oh, I guess he fixed it while he was running.
Sawmill! We're right here, Professor.
Uh-oh. Is she gonna wait and change into a whole new outfit again? The last time she heard something strange in the night, she completely changed her outfit and redid her makeup. So, we'll see if she's more urgent this time.
Sounded like Jules.
Devereaux?
Yes. What is it? I am here.
Are you all right?
Yes. The pain is less.
Keep talking. We thought we heard you cry out.
I have been asleep.
Perhaps you were talking in your sleep.
Ah, yes. Then I hope I did not blemish the reputations of any fair ladies I may have known.
You didn't mention any names.
I never asked any names. Tell me of this cry you heard.
I love that they don't question that he is just this omnipresent voice.
It could hardly have been me, Doctor. When I have been here all the time, dreaming of all the things I might learn to do with only my left hand. I dreamed it was fixed with a hook. And when I... Congratulations, Dr. Weiger.
Where are you?
Where all of you soon will be. I shall be back tomorrow night. Bonsoir.
Devereaux! Devereaux!
What
does it mean,
in the world did picking up a candlestick signify for him?
But he spoke, Carl. It's supposed to be a ghost story?
No. No, I do not believe in ghosts. We are dealing with a man who is dead, but whose voice and memory live.
Yeah,
How this
there's
can be, I
zero
do not
urgency
know.
for her.
But its implications are far more terrible than any ghost could ever be.
And they all just accept that and walk out of the room. Like, oh, okay. A dead man was speaking in our minds collectively. He knew you picked up a candlestick, and thus his ruse was over. And you obviously know more than you're saying, but we'll all just, like, take 5 and think about it in the morning? That seems implausible to me.
Even the bones?
The bones are, I think, hidden.
Most of the dynamite is gone.
Huh? Dynamite?
But not for grenades.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Well, I may as well pick up what's left.
Yes, we shall need them. We shall have to stay away from the beach hereafter. Come, Hank, we still have the radio to repair. Tonight we will wait for Jules to speak to us.
I don't know what they think like 5 sticks of dynamite are gonna do.
Well, it's long after dark.
You should have heard him by now.
We will hear. Be patient.
Good evening, mes amis. I am glad you are all...
Yeah, he has like crazy recall of specific characters and episodes, like particularly shows like The Twilight Zone. He can just cite them, when they happened, who was in them, what happened. It's crazy.
I want to reassure you that I am of sound mind, if not of body. Something remarkable has happened to me.
Oh, that's really cool.
You to come and see for your...
Outlaw is saying that ever since you introduced him to the you reintroduced him to the Twilight Zone on a Thunderdome podcast, he's been watching episodes weekly.
Oh, that's great. I mean, it's a great show. Just some I'm running a test on my microphones and...
Yeah, he's been having some audio problems, which is why you're hearing me talk a lot.
Yeah.
He's here.
Testing. I'm setting up a mic because when I put this on, I set up all this other stuff, and we got here late as always.
We got here exactly on time. What are you talking about? No.
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but I'm just trying to fix my mic. Bob's gonna be talking. She's taking over the show. She's kicking me out. I'm out of here.
Am I a crab monster?
I gotta go check and see if this audio is working. But while we're waiting, let's see what Cary Grant has to think about this movie so far and about FU Theater. Sorry about all the technical issues, but hopefully it's my mic's better. Hopefully.
Potato. There he is.
All right, he don't seem too happy.
The man himself.
Where are you, Jules?
I'll be right back.
Are they having a seance?
At the bottom of Carson's pit.
What about Carson?
Is Jules the gun?
I'm here too. My leg no longer troubles me. It's almost exhilarating. Will you come?
Yes. Wait for us.
I feel like that would be a hard pass for me.
Let's go.
We shall need the equipment. We must go.
Oh, thanks, Outlaw. I tell him he's doing a great job too. He doesn't believe me though. And here we go into the lair of what is clearly a very powerful, very large, unknowable creature. Armed with nothing more than like a flashlight and 5 sticks of dynamite.
We are here! Show yourself!
Oh boy, somebody went wild with the paper mache. Uh-oh. I don't think it's going to be very happy.
Yes. By the sheerest luck.
Why didn't the grenades hurt it? Remember what the turtle said about the worm?
Yeah, that a knife passed through it like water. The stone penetrated its brain, or motor area, or whatever keeps the thing alive. I think if we remove the stone, the crab would return to life.
Oh, let's just leave it be, huh?
We will bury it.
It is kind of buried already.
If a blade passes through it like a finger through mercury, then like a river of mercury, we should be able to sever a part of it by completely separating it from the rest of the body.
Firstly,
That was very easily severed.
now we have a
I don't know if you've ever eaten crab legs, but that seems like very much a lie.
All right.
They don't come apart that easy.
Perhaps. All I can tell you now is that this is a male land crab, which you as a biologist will know.
All right, so it seems like my mic is a little better now. All right, just give me a moment. I'm just gonna. Sorry, but I have to do this. I have to.
Oh no.
Oh, I have to turn the movie. Sorry, I almost cursed. I have to turn the movie off by accident. Okay, I'll be fixing that. Don't worry. Hey, Bob. So, what do you think of the movie so far?
I still think it's a fun romp through shenanigans and nonsense.
I really fucked that up, didn't I? Didn't I?
You sure did.
Damn it. While we're waiting for me to fix this, let's listen to the sweet sounds of what do you want to listen to? What kind of music are you guys into?
I think you should sing.
I don't want. What's that song where Aerosmith?
I
don't want to close my eyes. I don't want to fall asleep.
How many beers have you had?
Half of one.
That's too much. Too much beers.
'Cause I miss you, baby.
You need water.
I don't want to miss a thing.
You need water and like a
Even
loaf
when
of
I
bread.
dream of you. All right, I'm fixing it right now. All right, so how far in the movie were we, Bob?
Keep going a little bit further. Nope, too far.
Don't worry, people. The next stream will be better.
There you go.
I will be fixing the next one. Don't you fucking worry.
There.
This is amazing. Oh, wow. So basically what's happening is that this button here is triggering this thing. So I don't know what button I just pressed.
Well, don't push it anymore.
I'll stop pushing that button.
Whatever button that was, no more. No
There's
more
a
of
button
that
I'm pressing here that's turning the movie off.
There you go.
It's the destroy my stream button. All right. Give me one moment. Bear with me. Damn. How don't I just mess everything up?
Oh boy.
Wow, this is doing weird stuff now. Is that it?
No, you went too far.
Too far, huh?
There.
Is this good?
Yes.
All right, here we go. We're getting back to the Attack of the Crab Monsters. How many crabs have we seen in this movie?
But you went too far. That's
I went too far?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay. I'm clicking on it. It's not doing it.
There you go.
Don't you worry, people. You can curse me out in the comments if you like.
Oh, stop.
All right, there's a man running with a giant crab pincer. Did you guys see that part yet?
No.
Oh, you didn't see it? Oh, sorry for the spoilers. All right, here we go. Back to the fucking crabs. Okay? No more conga ends for you guys.
Conga land, not conga-ing.
Whatever. Wait, we can't miss the giant crab pincer. So I'm going to have to go back slightly. I'm sorry. Did you guys see the crab get attacked?
Yes.
You saw that? All right. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. It's going to be better next time. Don't worry.
You have destroyed them and tried to destroy me. This, mes amis, was one great mistake.
What the hell was that talking?
The French guy.
Is he the crab?
Yep.
He's a crab.
Yep, all the people who went missing became crabs.
There's no cohesion.
Plot
between the
twist.
atoms.
Oh, so this is like zombies, but not zombies.
Nor do I.
Everyone's got crabs in this film, or are
Those,
crabs.
biological freaks resulting from an overdose of radiation.
Oh man, that's pretty offensive. He just called them biological freaks.
Look, electricity.
What the F,
The
bro?
free electron in the copper atom breaks off to circle the next
Uh-huh,
atom, taking the charge along the wire.
That makes sense.
Do you follow me, Hank?
No.
I think so. The free electrons jump from atom to atom along the copper at the speed of light. I remember that from high school.
Does this predate Gilligan's Island?
Well, something like that
I
has
believe
happened
so.
to our crab.
This guy is always a
Instead of free
professor, isn't he?
electrons, the crab has free atoms, all disconnected.
All right.
It's like a mass of liquid.
Yeah. Hopefully our audio's not duplicating, because I can see my audio
Any
form and your
matter,
audio
therefore,
form.
that the crab eats will be assimilated in its body of solid energy, becoming part of the crab.
Like the bodies of the dead men?
Yes.
That's pretty
And
morbid.
their brain tissue, which after all is nothing more than a storage house for electrical impulses.
Ah.
That means that the crab can eat his victim's brain, absorbing his mind,
Uh-huh.
intellect, and working.
Now you got
Theory
it.
as any other to explain what's happened.
But, Doctor, that theory doesn't explain why Jules and Carson's minds have turned against us.
Preservation of the species. Once they were men,
That is amazing
Now they're
cleft chin he has there.
Okay,
It's
Professor.
very
Once they
impressive.
were men, now they're land crabs.
I am not sure.
That guy has an amazing
But
cleft
imagine
chin.
they are
Probably
able to
better than
send
Cary
out
Grant's.
heat. They are packed with it. The size
Okay,
of the
Cary, it's not better than
as if
yours.
The rock were melted.
they can melt and fuse parts of the caverns, explode the materials contained, and bring about the slides.
Why? To get at us, of course.
Looks like we're on the verge of a blessed event.
What's that? What's that?
Or is this the one you killed?
No, it is still alive. We did not kill it.
Notice the belt of yellow fatter on the base of the shell? It would indicate that she's in a very delicate condition, and pretty close, too.
Holy crabs,
She'd not like to be
Batman!
around to hear the patter of so many tiny feet.
And we've got to kill it.
Kill it?
It's easier said than done, Hank.
Now, wait. This needs some thought.
Doctor,
Yeah,
you're not
exactly.
going to suggest that we save it for science.
That thing's
That
gonna
would
be
suicide.
delicious.
No,
Can you
thank
imagine
you,
how
Martha.
amazing that would be,
I have
Bob?
no ambition towards
Look at that
becoming
thing.
a mad scientist. But I do think
put
we
some
ought
butter
to try
on
and
there.
capture the thing. Would you not like to examine a live specimen?
Certainly I would. But I had a chance to see how the specimen examined the lab wall last night.
She
take a look at
is
this.
that what they call it nowadays, the ladies? She looks a lot like Judy Garland, sort of in a
She
way.
does.
But like a
You
Wish.com
said
version.
something about the crab being afraid of electricity, Doctor. Let's find out.
How would oh,
Ashes. The electricity destroyed the leg in less than a second.
Made it
That
disappear.
proves that the crab is negatively charged.
Yes.
this
Then
is
Hank,
some
you must
highly
read the
questionable
track.
Yo,
science.
that crab is mad negative, bro. He's got his glasses on again.
Sure it does, Doctor. It's easier to build than a model airplane.
They do make him look
Charged
cool,
with
don't they?
just strong enough to
They do.
energize the crab. Long enough for us to remove the claws and cage it. But
Dude,
not strong
yeah.
enough to kill the thing.
Well, that's fine, Carl, but how do we get the crab to step into it?
Apparently the creature sleeps by daytime. We must take the ark and place it in one of the well-traveled cave routes. He has 8 legs with which to step on the plate. I am sure he will manage.
Yes, but you better
They better
select
not
to
waste
approach
that crab
the
meat,
cave.
man.
Beach entrance is completely underwater, and the pit is...
The person shaking the camera was a little late on that cue
Using the dynamite.
because everybody hit
We
the
must hurry.
trees before the camera started to shake.
Damn, you think they said like 3, 2, 1, go?
You've
Yep.
already lowered the electric eyes into the cave?
Yes, you must place them either side of one of the upper caves. The lower caverns will be flooded by now.
Use the underwater channels to the ocean as your escape. We'll try to attract his attention from up here. Take care, honey.
All right. Nowadays, that dude would have been jacked, right? He'd have been a steroid freak.
He would be on all the
And
steroids.
all the juice, all the sauce.
I might as well get to work. I'll plant this one, you take the other.
All right.
I'm gonna guess that she's gonna fuck it up somehow. Going out on a limb here.
Boobs? Wait, boobs? What? Sorry.
Her bazooms are on display here.
They put some kind of something on them. They look like they're made of stone. Look at them lift that. Look at them. That's totally a real rock.
You can be lonesome in a crowd.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you found that special someone.
You found him yet?
Why do you ask?
Because behind that wall.
Because I'm behind that wall. No, you're not. Oh, is that a crab?
Did they just find the crab because it's snoring?
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
Oh my god.
You get out of here as fast as you can.
He's gonna kill it with a knife. Get out of here. Ew. Plastic eyeballs. Ah! Son of a... I like how he just walks off all slowly. Yep. He's gonna pull his hand up. There's not gonna be a hand there anymore. Watch.
Huh?
The thing pinched his hand and then he shows it. Okay, he's got a hand.
Well, they can't take the hand of one of the male leads.
Get to the boat! Oh man, that thing is creepy. Right?
I mean, I think that the people who made these crab monsters for this film had never seen a crab.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
because that...
crabs don't have human eyes like that.
No.
It's
Well, I
like-
guess it's supposed to symbolize the crab-human hybrid state.
Look at that pool. Yeah.
I like that the crab is
gotcha.
swimming with its eyes closed.
Yeah, bro, I got you. That's what the crab's saying. That's what it's thinking. That's a lot of fish!
It's supposed to be the Pacific
That's a line
Ocean.
From, the Godzilla remake. Remember?
Oh.
Yeah. There was a scene in the movie where there was a lot of fish, and Matthew Broderick pointed it out. It was supposed to be funny.
You know what's interesting?
What?
Those swimsuits that they're wearing are made of wool.
Wool?
Yep.
Why?
Because swimsuits used to be made of wool.
Wow. How do you know that?
Because I do.
You just know things, huh, Bob?
I do. It's
The
my
color-
crab superpowers.
We should have watched this. Maybe we'll watch this again in black and white with a working mic, with my working mic. Oh, it's the crab. Damn, it looks pretty good. It's always weird that you see like a shot of like, you know, the dramatic music, and he's just kind of like taking his hat off with no effort. He's taking his little goggles off.
It's no good shooting, Dale. The bullets pass.
No ear protection there, huh?
You have wounded me.
You notice that? They're not
I
wearing
must
any
grow
protection in
new
their ears.
claws.
They're just shooting that gun off like
Well,
that.
good, for I can do it in a day.
Damn.
But will you grow new lives when I have taken yours from you?
There's like no urgency to
damn.
their movements. You notice that? They
I
just-
can grow a new claw in a day, but can you grow a new life? That's pretty badass. It's like James Bond the Crab.
You should have said, but can you grow a new dick? If I chop it off with my pincer? Think about it.
Too far.
Think about it.
Too far.
Do you know the dude's gonna be like, no? Sorry about that. I had to say it.
The generator's always
He,
worked.
I don't know.
All we have to worry about
Wait a
is the
minute.
strength of our signal.
Hold on. Wasn't this room thrashed? Like, in the scene before this
I don't
one?
know. I was too busy fixing my microphone to notice.
Receiving radio signals. They would prefer to receive us in that great common stomach of theirs.
Don't worry. This is our first episode of
I hope there is still
FU
something left
Theater.
upon which to stand.
It'll get better. I'll have a working mic next time.
Well, I guess it's about time I fixed her some food.
I love that the equipment goes from being completely destroyed and unusable to like brand new.
Sort of like my equipment.
There used to be ridges there for maybe 2 miles.
Are we gonna fixate on this?
Less than
Yes.
half a city block.
Hmm.
Soon we will have nowhere to run.
That's the idea.
I'm getting annoyed by the fact he keeps putting the. And look, like his tie was what, snipped by a crab?
Through the pit.
What the heck's that about? He looks like he's wearing a little Boy Scout tie
No,
now.
his tie is tucked into his
Why is he-
shirt.
Oh, I thought it was snipped.
Snipped by a crab. Here goes Captain Useless.
Pineapple Joe, huh?
It's working.
Only the receiver, not the transmitter.
Well, can you fix it?
I don't know. Maybe with this telegraph key and a Morse code setup.
We don't have to worry about the pit any longer, Carl.
No. Shall we go?
Might as well.
Uh-oh.
Wasting any time.
Sound came from over there.
Let's go.
Well, Hank, I don't know what we'd have done without you. Where did you ever learn to fix all these things?
In the Navy during the war. And I knocked around a lot in the radio and the TV repair business.
Ended up in the South Pacific.
Back then, dudes were smoking all the time in the movies.
How'd you get here?
Didn't you hear the ad from our sponsor? It's good for you.
I mean, it is, right? Isn't it?
We've
I
been
mean,
together ever since.
Fraud She would say that, I think.
And when his promotion comes through, we'll
I
be
said
making a
Fraud
lifetime
She.
partnership.
All right.
Yeah. Well,
Everybody knows.
They
cigarettes are
did a
vitamin C.
crime to her eyebrows.
I mean, back then,
That's
those
a
were
hate
probably
crime.
really attractive eyebrows.
It's a hate crime.
Back then, they probably considered those very
I
attractive.
feel like the person who made the crabs that had never seen crabs also did her eyebrows, having never seen eyebrows before.
Oil being found in the Pacific Islands before.
The detonations must have opened a source deep in the island.
But look, it seems to be coming from two sources.
I suggest we trace them.
You want to follow this oil underground?
I feel we must.
But the crab girl.
The crab is like a rattlesnake. It can be heard long before it can be seen. I believe we can keep out of its way.
No, it's not. It just grabs him from the back.
Knows that better than we do.
Well, that'd be
That
perfect.
is why he's trying to
Just
reduce
grabs
this
him.
island to a small corner
Snips
from
his
which
head
we
off.
cannot escape.
All right. But at the first sound of a rattle, get out of there, huh?
All right, don't worry. Don't worry.
And I guess we know who's going to be a crab next.
Yep. And that dude is gonna be crabbed. You've been crabbed.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's also crabbed? FUTV. Subscribe and get crabbed.
There's a spooder on your chair. Leave him alone. Don't hurt the spood.
I had a spider on my chair. I don't know why. I don't know what it was doing here.
Living its best spoody life.
That guy won't give up on the sunglasses, will he?
It's well-known fact that you climb down
Oh, he
steep
took 'em off, he
embankments
took 'em off.
better with
All right,
glasses
they're off
on.
now. You never go in a dark cave with sunglasses on. It's a rule. It sounded like he was like clacking. It was like he had like a gat. He had a Glock. He was all right. It's his feet. I get it. I get it.
Sounded like those little poppers that you get as a kid. You know, the ones you throw on the floor and they make a pop sound? Sound like those.
You know some rappers gonna sample those crab hands.
I'm sure several already have.
They might have.
I bet if you look up the credits of the crab Foley artist, you'll find it in like a Tupac album.
Why did he? Never mind. The crab is heading straight for him. We've got to get him out before it's too late. Now let's go. Stay there, Marty.
So that was like a look back then with the ladies with the turtleneck.
Yeah, they were called sweater girls. And they would wear the bullet bras that really emphasized the bazooms.
They're like torpedo breasts.
Yes.
Is that like a little fan? What is that?
That is the trap with which they're going to capture the crab
A
monster.
tiny fan? Table fan?
Excuse me, that is some sort of
Is
electrical
that like an
device.
electric heater you buy at like Walmart?
I'm pretty sure that's like a sauce pot lid.
Oh no, got him, huh? He got zapped with his own device.
He sure did.
What the heck? He should have timed that.
And there goes Captain Useless. Gallivanting right where she was told not to
She
go.
runs just like a prime Steven Seagal. Oh no! Give the people their air! Oh, they added the sound again. I was adding it because there wasn't any sounds. Oh no! Damn you! Oh no, he's gonna be a crab, isn't he?
Yep.
So what? They all like mixing. But this predates like Night of the Living Dead. And all
What?
those other, this predates like Night of the Living Dead and all those kind of films.
Yeah.
I guess they wanted to make it like they wanted to make a zombie film, but with crabs.
I mean, it's pretty clever, honestly. The crabs eat somebody's brain and then they become that
Yeah,
person.
they're eating the brains too.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
how they become them.
Wow, this is straight up.
The crab absorbs.
This is a zombie film with crabs.
Yeah.
And do you know what's funny? They made a movie. I think it was like Assault on like Precinct 13 or 14. You ever saw that one?
Yeah.
It's funny because it's like they wanted to make a zombie movie, but instead of having zombies, it was like criminals. They were just like criminals.
They're like, okay, how do we do a zombie movie but make it not be a zombie movie?
It was like these insane criminals that were just like going after the police precinct. It was basically Night of the Living Dead, but with criminals and a police station. It's like the weirdest thing ever.
Oh my god, that's really funny.
And
I
they
feel
were like
this is
running
a
at the place
genre.
like they had no mind. They're just like, rah. It's like, but they're not zombies. They're just like criminals.
But maybe they are zombies.
It was a mostly peaceful protest
Hank, you must get through.
I know it.
by the zombie criminals.
It's gone dead.
Zombinals.
I am afraid
Yes.
Or Crimbies. I like Crimbies. I think it sounds cuter.
this island will have vanished beneath the waves.
It does.
But you will not drown. You will be a part of me. And as with McLean, there will be no evidence of how you vanished, or of my existence. We will rest
McLean,
in peace and
yippee
plan
ki
our
motherfucker.
world of men.
That's a line from Die Hard. You know the guy's name was McLean. Why do they never shake the camera when the rocks are falling? They just like film them as like a static camera, and then that's shaking, but the rocks. You think you'd make both shake?
Oh dear.
All right, so what? The crabs are doing this?
Yes.
How?
They can shoot immense beams of heat, apparently. So these are zombie laser crabs.
Heat shooting crabs.
Yes.
That's a lot of cocaine, man. They were putting it in their ceiling, huh? A good hiding place.
The water's rising. Come on, time.
Damn, everything's going wrong, huh?
And she is managing to not be able to use her legs like a person.
That's very sexist. Why is she having the climbing issues?
Because then they can pick her up and flail her around.
Imagine Ariel like comes out. You know that scene where she like shoots out of the water and,
But it's the Free Willy moment.
and like
so
the crab just like pinches her head off.
And then the crab is like obsessively chasing after some dude in a boat.
Yeah. Crab's like sexually attracted to the dude in the boat. It's like a totally different movie now.
And then a giant orca whale jumps over the island and everybody cheers and it's over.
And ever since Ariel's head was pincered off, that movie's totally different. Oh, it could be like Sebastian, right? They can like the crossover. That's his name.
Oh
right?
wow, yeah.
Crossover. He's like a weird Jamaican man who was killed by a
But
crab.
this is before Sebastian. So this
Yeah.
is like Sebastian came from these
That's what I'm
crabs.
saying. Yeah, the backstory, bro.
Let's try and blast it, Hank.
Nice. That was a nice toss.
Foolish, very foolish.
And so that's the blonde guy?
Yeah.
Watch it, Hank.
Is he supposed to be a Frenchman?
I don't know what he's supposed to be, honestly.
He has like the fakest. The accents in this movie are like terrible, right? You got the Frenchman. You got the bad German accent. Damn, that grenade blew up right next to his
That
leg.
grenade was the weakest grenade in the world.
This dude's got a freaking tomahawk. I gotcha! Give me to chop that damn pincer off! Oh, they got him. I can't believe he like hurt himself with his own grenade.
Why can't they use their like bones? Like, why can't he stand up?
I know, because a grenade blew up by his leg. And all it did was blow his pants up. Whoa, this is totally like Godzilla must have ripped this off. Not Godzilla. What's in with Jaws?
I know. Now we must kiss.
Well, is this gonna be sexual? He's like kissing. Whoa, that's the end of the movie?
They definitely ran out of budget.
Alright, so Attack of the Crab Monsters. So what'd you think of it, Bob?
It was really fun, honestly.
Well,
It was a fun movie.
While you guys were dealing with Attack of the Crab Monsters, I was dealing with Attack of the fucked up microphone. Sorry about that.
You really just can't let it go, huh?
I can't because I worked on this and so it should
and
be perfect.
you know, if you didn't start paffling and faffling
It should have
about
been
your
perfect.
microphone, nobody would have noticed.
Yeah, they would have. They
No.
couldn't hear me.
Anyway, let's get back to the movie. So, as I'm sure you guys all figured out, the professor from Gilligan's Island was in there. And what was kind of cool when I was doing some research on this film, the professor, he actually was a fighter pilot from World War II, and he flew 44 successful combat missions in the Pacific Theater before he was actually honorably discharged because he was shot down and he broke both of his ankles because he had to bail out of his plane like in the middle of the ocean. So the professor is a combat veteran and a war hero. Yeah. His one of his, I think it was his co-pilot, actually died in the crash because they had to like jump out of the plane as it was crashing into the ocean. It's pretty intense.
Give me a second that the trailer went on. Sorry about that, everyone. The trailer went on.
And then the other main male lead was a gentleman who was in a lot of westerns, but this film was made in 1957 and he died in 1969 from complications of alcoholism. So it's kind of interesting, the cast that was selected.
Yeah.
And the female lead, she was mostly a bit part actress, and she ultimately was in a documentary about a senior citizens home for actors that she lived in New Jersey, of all places. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. It's also amazing that I told you about some of this stuff, didn't I?
Yeah, you when we were first thinking about doing this film, Fu was looking at it and said, "Hey, that's the professor from Gilligan's Island." And I was like, "No." And then he was like, "Yeah, it is." And another one of the actors that you identified had been in a few episodes of The Twilight Zone, like the original Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I told you he was in a Twilight Zone episode about Abraham Lincoln.
Yep, and he was also in one, but he was in 2 episodes, both of which were about time travel.
Oh, he was in a time traveling one.
He was in two,
But the
yeah.
Abraham Lincoln one was also about time travel.
Right,
obviously.
so the 2 episodes were both about time travel, is what I said.
Yeah, the professor. He's always in some kind of science fiction stuff.
Yeah, he apparently wanted to be cast in the original Star Trek, but for some reason he was never cast. I think he would have been really fun, but it's probably because he was a very recognizable character. He said that was, they were saying that was one of the big challenges with his career, that he became so recognizable he couldn't be anything else. So that was kind of a problem he had. He was always the professor in some capacity in basically every film or TV show that he was in.
Yeah, I mean, it happens, you know. It happens all the time. Like, you look at, like, Keanu Reeves, right? Isn't he always, like, usually some dude bro, like, it's a freaking surfer type? Except for, like, John Wick movies. They made him, like a big badass? I haven't seen any of them, but is that what it's like?
The John Wick movies? Yeah. I think so. I think he's basically just Neo, but not in the Matrix.
Nope, that's loud.
So Deviated Septum Boxing did not like Crab Monsters.
Oh, you didn't like this movie? What the heck?
I think the whole point of this film was that it was just... This genre of films was for drive-ins, for teenagers. They had no plot. It was basically an excuse to go to the drive-in with your girlfriend.
This movie's
and
for
have
me.
her be so frightened and need to be cuddled and kept safe by you.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays, imagine if the people back then saw the movie Saw.
I think that I don't think it would go well.
That's tasteless, isn't it? That's
it is.
tasteless
I don't like the Saw franchise.
violence.
I think that it's gore for no reason. I think it would be much, much more frightening if they left more to the imagination. But I'm not a gore fan. I don't find gore particularly compelling. But back to Crab Monsters. This was a Roger Corman film.
I'm just checking the mic one last time before.
So Deviated Septum is saying the storyline sucks in John Wick, but the action's good. I think that happens with a lot of multi-film franchises. Where the concept is good for one film and then they make like 5 more of them and it just starts to go to shit.
Oh, what? Wait, sorry. I just walked away for a second. Sorry. Checking my mic. Getting it all good for the next episode. We'll be letting you guys know about that when we're probably going to do it tomorrow. Really. I got to get this back, bro. I got to get this back. And while I'm getting it back, subscribe to FUTV. And remember, we love you. Right, Bob?
Yeah.
All right. So, what'd you think of the special effects? Good? Bad?
I prefer physical effects. Like, I don't like the
Practical
CGI
effects, right?
stuff. Yeah, I like practical effects. So even though I think the people who made the crabs had never seen crabs before,
Yeah.
and the people who did her eye makeup had never seen eyebrows, I think it was fun.
I think
mean,
that was the eye. That was the style back then. The ladies had like the weird round eyes. Like they would do their eyes like that.
I don't think you go into a movie called Attack of the Crab Monsters expecting a work of cinema greatness. I think you go in expecting like a completely unhinged B, atomic era.
I don't know. Back then, they
film.
probably thought this was like amazing. Like those effects probably looked amazing. I
Well,
mean, they
yeah.
weren't too bad. Some of them looked pretty good.
It
Like
net $1 million in profit.
Yeah, I saw
after
it was
only
85,000.
It cost $70,000 to $85,000 to make, and it raked in $1 million at the box office in 1957.
That's pretty
and it has
impressive.
continued to be a popular film.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember as a kid, I watched some of Roger Corman's stuff, and I was like, "What the heck is this?" Like, I didn't understand it because I was all into the this big budget, like crazy effects, and the fact that he made like weird, like softcore porn movies. Like, remember Skinamax?
Roger Corman made Skinamax?
He was on Skinamax's movies.
Oh.
His movies were like kind of sexual in a way. Like, it was weird. He just went over the top. I just thought it was weird. That's the reason why I was weirded out by him a little bit. Like, because he always had like these weird movies where they had like, there was one, it was like a bug superhero lady. She was like sort of like a bug, but then they had like weird sexual scenes out of nowhere. That was how I was introduced to Roger Corman, was through Skinamax.
It clearly made an impression.
Like, I would be sleeping. I was like 10 years old. The TV would be on, and then I'd wake up, and there it is, and it's a Roger Corman movie, and some weird half-naked bug lady. Just saying, Roger Corman's weird.
Was this a formative memory of your childhood?
This must be why I'm all fucked up. It's got to be. It's why I have a sexual attraction to bugs.
Well, you just shot that poor unsuspecting spider across the room, so I think that that's a lie. I think if we check the tapes, that will in
I'm
fact
like
be a
Jeffrey
lie. Dahmer was
Dahmer.
singular.
Well, that's like this movie, The Crabs. How many crabs were in this movie? We needed a crab
At
counter.
least 3.
We needed a crab counter, didn't we?
There was at least 3, possibly 4.
All right, so is anybody in the comments or anything who watched this with us?
Yeah, we had Outlaw and Deviated Septum watching with us.
All right, so, well, next time we'll have all the audio working. It'll be fine. Don't worry.
I think if you didn't make such a big kerfuffle out of it, nobody would have noticed, to be quite honest.
I mean, I noticed. That's very important. The fact that I noticed. Right?
Are you feeling better now? Are you
feel a
are you
little bit
okay?
better. A little bit.
Okay. Why don't we focus on the film?
Yeah, I mean, my experience with the film today was mostly messing with my mic. But from what I did see, it's a funny movie. It's just it's like a good B movie, I think. Right?
Yeah, this is the kind of thing that you have playing like behind the bar when you're hanging out for ambiance.
Or you put it on, you watch it on Halloween, and you just have you have it running on the big screen and just have some fun,
Yeah.
Just watch dudes' hands get chopped off with little pincers.
And then the supporting cast who is totally inexplicable comes in and goes, "Do you need a hand with something?" Right after the guy's hand gets cut off. That was.
They actually said that?
They did.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was chef's
Wow.
kiss perfection.
What a son.
10 out of 10, no notes. Perfect.
How dare they do something like that? Don't they have any taste?
Clearly not.
I mean, Roger Corman doesn't. We know that. We're going to be watching some more Roger Corman films on here. We're going to watch a movie called The Crawling Eye. We're probably gonna watch the next one. We might do a double header. What do you think of that, Bob?
I think that we should probably nail this down first, and then we can expand.
We're going to nail it down. I'm probably going to get it nailed down today, and I'm going to get some payback, and I'm going to bring it back tomorrow.
Sir, it is after 11
yes,
p.m.
I know, but I'm going to bring it back tomorrow.
You're going to turn into a pumpkin.
No, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it earlier in the day. I'm going to get I'm going to try to get the microphone stuff ironed out, and we'll do it again. What do you think of that, Bob?
I think it's a great idea. You know, it would be cool. This film, the Crab Monster film, was usually played as a double feature with another Corman movie called Not of This Earth. So I think we have to do Not of This Earth since we started with the Attack of the Crab Monsters.
Yeah, that sounds good. I like these old like monster films. So, you know, whatever I could put on here, I'm going to do it. So, expect lots more cheesiness. Whoever didn't like it, I mean, that's just what it is. It's not your cup of tea.
I mean, I think that you can't watch a film like this thinking it's going to be a film like a contemporary film. Like, this was made in the 50s. This was made during the height of the atomic era. Everything is nuclear fallout, made giant bugs, or there's aliens or whatever else, and you have to use a nuke to kill them. And it's just kind of the innocence of Gilligan's Island paired with like a desire to push the envelope and do something scary and outrageous.
All right, give me 1 second, Bob. We have another advertisement. You know, we got to pay the bills here, people. Those cigarettes aren't going to buy themselves. All right.
He's kidding. We don't smoke.
Yeah. All right, so we got an ad out of all things, Trap Door Company. This is weird. Let's watch this. Oh. Wait. It's not working. What the heck? Give me 1 second. Bear with me. Where the heck is... Bob, keep talking.
Was the trap door a trap? Is that what happened?
I don't know.
You've trapped yourself?
I don't know where it is. Where the heck is it?
I don't know.
I don't know where it is. What is this?
I don't know.
Hopefully it's nothing weird. Oh, it's a knocking door. All right, so... What did you think of the professor's performance in this film? I mean, this is kind of like the first movie I've seen him in.
I think that he was the professor, and so as much as he likes to complain that he was typecast, I think that, like, that's just... You know, some actors become a different role. Other actors are just themselves in a role, and I think he is... Oh, Topper is such a good movie. I love the Topper movies.
All right, so that was a Trapdoor Company, I guess.
That's an actor named Manhattan Moreland.
Yeah, I know.
And he was a really excellent comedic actor who did a lot of physical comedy.
Yes.
Very funny guy.
That's cool. But we should buy one of those trapdoors. That would be great, wouldn't it?
Yes, I have a neighbor that I want to put down the trapdoor.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to probably be getting out of here in a minute. Hope whoever's here who watched it enjoyed what wasn't totally messed up. We got some good talking from Bob. We're probably going to try to get a panel on one of these things, too. That's really what I want to do. The format for the show is going to be all different. It's going to be, we're going to do voiceovers. We're going to have panelists. We're going to have trivia. We're going to have all kinds of stuff. We're going to have people calling in. We're going to have giveaways. We're going to do all kinds of things with this. But right now, we just got crabs right now. That's it.
Ending the night with crabs.
Ending the night with crabs.
Crab monsters.
Bob was talking about trying to do this early and saying waking up with crabs.
Start your day with crabs.
Yeah, start your day with crabs.
You rejected that idea, though.
Yeah, because we couldn't do it early. If we could do it early, I would have called this stream Starting Your Day with Crabs. Sorry about that. I had to say that. That's her terrible joke. She's a degenerate.
I am not. Don't you impugn my character.
Subscribe to FUTV. And remember, we have dogs. You know that? We have dogs and we take care of them. Do you take care of your dogs? Loser!
That's not very nice.
Sorry about that. I know you take care of your dogs. But you smacked it in the face that one time. I know. I saw you. You abuser. Who are you, John Vick? Or whatever they got, Mike Vick? What's that football player's name?
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick, the guy that strangles dogs?
He fights dogs.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah, he went to jail for a few years because of it.
All right, so on that note, that's probably a terrible note to go out
That
on,
is.
isn't
That's pretty bad.
it? Okay.
I don't know that you can redeem yourself. You went down a strange rabbit hole of animal abuse.
All right. So
We were watching a movie about vindictive killer nuclear waste crabs.
Well, what did you think about the leading lady? Did you think she was a good actress?
She was mostly just worthless the entire time. She's pretty though.
I don't know. She's all right. She was okay. I don't know. She looked kind of, like I said, she looked like a Wish.com Judy Garland.
Well, she was a bit part actress in a lot of things. And what's interesting is all three of the leads, they were in a lot of the same TV shows, so they all like knew each other pretty well. Yeah, they were all in, many of them were in mostly like the TV westerns of the late 60s, early 70s. That was kind of where they all wound up. Like when I was looking at their IMDb's, there were a lot of crossover between them, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that is interesting. You see a lot of that. You see it in Kung Fu, like those Kung Fu movies.
Mm-hmm.
I used to see it a lot, like even in like Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. You would see it also like in the Twilight Zone. You'd see a lot of actors working with each other. I mean, it happens sometimes.
Yep.
You see some actors, I guess, are just more comfortable working with the same people.
Well, apparently John Wayne used to do that. He would insist on like all of the people that he like knew and was close with would be in the be part of the crew. And then he also was really particular about making sure that if it was a film that portrayed like a Native American tribe or something, that actual members of that tribe were brought on to film.
Yeah, I heard
which I
about
think is
that.
pretty cool. Like he was really committed to that.
Yeah. But what's his name again? Roger Corman. What the hell? My brain is so messed up. Roger Corman was into crabs.
He certainly was.
He helped crabs.
He did.
He took jobs away from people and gave them to crabs.
He turned people into crabs.
Son of a bitch.
Apparently, there's some really funny gaff reels of the crab effects failing. And apparently, like, there were people inside of them moving them around. And there was, like, two guys. One guy was moving the, like, arms and legs. And the other guy was, like, rolling it along on a skateboard. That's
what Ed Wood used to do. He would get these giant, like, rubber, like, octopuses. And then they would they would have the plastic octopus. The guy would wrap the arms around himself. And then kind of just wiggle around. And scream. While being hugged by his own arms. While embracing the octopus.
Yep.
That is pretty funny.
I think that would be kind of funny. Like, we could do some shorts finding, like, B-movie gaffes.
Yeah.
That would be kind of funny.
Yeah, we could do it. Well, we're going to be getting out of here, people. I'm most likely going to come back tomorrow just because this whole thing with the microphones is really annoying. These movies aren't very long, so, I mean, really can knock out, like, 2 or 3 of them. Sometimes we do streams that are, like, 4 hours. So we're definitely going to be coming back with this. I don't know if Bob's okay with that. You want to do one again tomorrow, Bob?
Bob is about to turn into a pumpkin.
All right, do you want to do one tomorrow, maybe?
Maybe.
It's up to you.
We'll find out. Let's just see where the wind takes us.
All right, we'll see what movie we're going to do. We might do this one again because I'm disappointed the way the microphone stuff was, and get another person or 2 people on the panel, and we'll just watch some crabs together, man. But, all amazing things have to come to an end. And one of those things is FU Theater. I was going to say FU TV. FU Theater. Thanks everyone who came and watched. And we'll be seeing you soon. See you later. Bob?
Good night. Don't let the crabbies bite.
Yeah. Yeah, don't let the crabby bite. Don't be a whore, okay?
That was uncalled for.
All right, sorry about that. Sorry. Well, it was a good one, except for the microphone stuff. But outside of that, yeah. So for me, Bob, the Lizard King, and the crabs, we want to wish you all a very good night. See you later. See ya. Where the heck is my end show music? Bob, where is it?
I don't know.
All right, got it right. See you guys later. Tune in next week or tomorrow for the next episode of FU Theater. Good night.